and you're trying to say, oh, only people that want to flex. You just soft flexed is right what you just did. Title?
Half chub.
Half chubbed PC.
Half
There we go. We found our title.
Oh man.
I don't know how I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna do the thumbnail for that one.
Typically average PC.
Listen, I have an above average PC. Okay, slightly above average PC.
8 gigs is average.
Right, and I'm as I look down. I think I'm at 32 inches. I mean, gigs. All right. Welcome back to ChknAtk episode 4. I'm Koston with my co-host Shid.
Yep.
All right. Before we get into actual anything, we have a couple of announcements. As you guys notice, we're a half hour early. This is now going to be our new stream time. We've decided to kind of just move our time back due to other things going on that we're trying to avoid. So we pushed our time back to 6:30. So make sure you guys check us out Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. This will not affect any uploads. So all uploads and all that stuff is all going to come out same time, same schedule, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. So, without further ado, man, what's up? It's been a week.
It has been a week. We had a long weekend. Got lots of gaming in. By lots of gaming, I mean insane amounts of Tarkov.
Tarkov? You still, man? Do we have to go into Tarkov every episode?
Unofficial Tarkov stream.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean,
No.
So is the wipe happening? When the fuck is this wipe?
I'm
starting to feel dirty without wiping.
Yeah. I mean, better buy a bidet.
Pretty much.
My best guess is gonna be either this week or, if it's not this week, probably by the end of the month.
End of the month. Okay. What was the little thing that Battle State put out? Was that just a thing saying that Killa is now on Lighthouse?
Oh, the weekend event?
Oh, that was only a weekend event? Okay.
Yeah, it was they posted it like Thursday night. So it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I think it ended this morning. But yeah, it was Tagilla and Killa were both on Lighthouse. And it had to do with the whole cell phone lore thing I was telling you about. They ended up so the whole lore why they were there is Tagilla pretty much wanted to go target practice. So he's like, hey,
with a sledgehammer? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he has a sledgehammer and he has his Saiga 12. So
I never see him use that. He always just runs at you with the
with the sledgehammer, and he like runs at you silent too, so you don't hear him until he's like breaking your legs. But
he always swings for the legs.
The whole lore thing was pretty fun. Like in the translated note, he's like talking shit to Killa, like saying, "Oh, you can't hit the broadside of a barn." Pretty much, he's like, "Let's go intimidate people together and go hang out in the cottage area, and make sure that all other extracts are closed except for Path to Shoreline." So you had Tagilla and Killa both spawning in the cottages that you had to go through to get to the extract. So nice. And they were 100% spawn. So
sick.
It was.
So wait, during these events, right? For those that don't know, people are watching. Tarkov is a game, very brutal game, where you build a loadout. You have a bunch of random stuff, right, that you go and find in what are called raids, and you use that to like build a hideout and all that stuff. any gear that you find or bring in, if you die, you lose it. So that's what we mean by it's very brutal. Now, during these during the events, I guess it's kind of close to a wipe. So what he's talking about by the weekend event, towards the end of a wipe period, there's always like different events. Now, my question though is during these wipes, is there any benefit to doing them? Like, do you get anything? Is there any type of like special like weapons or gear that you can only get during these events, or
Not
what's with
normally,
the
no.
events?
Sometimes they have done like they'll do not really in-game lore events that give items, but they'll have like tournaments and competitions, which they'll have like Twitch drops enabled for that. So
Mm,
sometimes you'll be able to get stuff specific to that. But for the events, not really. For this one specifically, if you wanted to go try to farm the tracksuit, like kill 100 times, you knew that he was going to spawn on Lighthouse 100% of the time. So you could
right.
just go rush cottages and try to get a kill real quick and then just peace out.
Mm,
Or if you're trying to farm their gear, the tier 6 helms, the tier 6 armor, or Killa armor or whatever, you could do that. But no, they're more for flavor, just for fun. Something to switch up the monotony. Nikita, the game designer, had game dev for Battle State, has said that he wants to do stuff like this more often.
right.
So we might be seeing
What
a lot more of this.
what would you think about if they did something like an event, right? Where if you reached a certain milestone, maybe kill a number of bosses or something like that, you get an item for the next wipe.
I think that would be
It would
cool.
give I think it would bring a lot more people back to do the events because they're getting something if they participate, right?
Yeah, yeah, I would like to see them do some sort of persistent items for sure. I think it's needed. Um uh, they could do it to where it's not like a power creep, to where they don't
Right.
need to give you like something that's usable in game that's going to give you an unfair advantage at the beginning
Right.
of a wipe or something. Like they don't have to give you weapons or armor or ammo. um I would like to see cosmetics, like another shirt or like an armband or like a special pair of sunglasses or some, like if they did something fun like that. I think it would
I got an
be
idea.
definitely interesting.
Here, so I'm all about like game, like coming up with
You've
game
been like
mechanic
nuts
systems.
with this. Like last night at like 11 o'clock, you're like, yo, I got a game idea.
And this is actually pretty good because what you were just saying about cosmetics totally fits this. Um, what if there was a mechanic where you say maybe marked rooms, or it could be like a drop or like a airdrop or something like that, but inside is a box, right? It's a locked box, and if you extract it, it's huge. So you it takes up majority of your inventory, right? And you bring it back if you extract with it, right? You extract with it, you bring
I'm
it
following.
back, but now you have to find a key to unlock it. So now if you find a key, you unlock it, and it kind of does the similar thing to how CS:GO does,
Yeah,
where it goes through and it cycles through, but now you get some type of cosmetic, whether it be like a maybe a special weapon, like a weapon skin or something like that, where you could add it as like a plasti dip kind of
if they
station in
did
your
something like
hideout.
that, that'd be cool. I would like to see some sort of like visual weapon modification. Um
Well, it would also create more what you can do with your hideout, because you can create like if you level up your water station, water purification station, maybe right next to it there's like a plasti dip station and slash like wardrobe, right, where you can
yep.
actually switch through all your different wardrobes that you've bought or
Yeah,
found and stuff like that.
right now it's really how you change clothes is really kludgy. Like you go to Ragman
Yeah.
and then you click on services and it's like am I at a tailor? Like what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little weird. But
So
yeah, I would like to see some sort of something persistent, and I think cosmetics would do it. Like everybody loves their cosmetics. People want
right,
something that they could be like, "Oh, I got this like 3 years ago. You can't ever get it again." Like people love that
right,
shit.
and if it's so, and the other thing is, if it's a legendary or whatever, on the roll, it could be like a special armband,
Yeah,
something that you can.
armbands would be the thing
Well,
that
I
people would
remember
love.
Pistilli was saying that if you have that, it should be where if you have a labs armband, you can get into labs for free.
That would be yeah, that'd be cool. They have a bunch of they added a shit ton of armbands this wipe. I didn't realize how
Yeah.
many there are this wipe. There's a lot.
There's like the Kiba one, there's
For
labs.
I finished all the Kappa tasks. So
So
I
you
got
got Kappa?
collector. No, I'm not six. You need to be 62 to turn it
Oh.
in. But I finished all the tasks. I turned in all the items yesterday, and
Okay.
you get a Kappa armband as well. So you could like flex that and be like, ah, I finished
Oh.
the task. Like,
See, that'd be cool if like the armbands like gave you something, Not like like boosts or anything. Like maybe like for example, labs makes it so that you can um
get into lab.
you can get into labs for free, or Kiba makes it so that you can unlock the like you have like a special key to unlock the Kiba door, or you only can use the Kappa one, right? You can only use the Kappa container if you're wearing the Kappa armband.
That would be interesting. That I like the idea of getting into labs free or like being able to unlock Kiba if you have the armband equipped. But
Or
they
make
need to
it
have
make it
that be like
limited where you only
once a
can get
day.
in. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it's like once a day, or uh maybe it has like a certain amount of uses that it has to charge over time, kind of thing.
That yeah, that would also be a different way to do it. But that would be cool. That would add like because right now it's just a cosmetic armband, which people like
Right.
doing. People like grinding that. But if you add a utility to it that's it's not going to give anyone an unfair advantage in playing the game.
Right.
And
Well, they have
they
like a
earned it
bear.
too.
They have a bear and a USEC one,
Hmm.
right? So maybe you can add one where if you like you're wearing a bear one, even as a USEC, maybe if you go to like Lighthouse and stuff like that, bears won't like the bears or the trader or something like that is more likely to like do something with you or make better deals, or maybe there's a
Do you know what happens if you're a bear
what
and you go to Lighthouse?
you get shit on. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's just it. What happens if you like? But if you're a bear and you're wearing a USEC armband, maybe they treat you as a USEC, right?
that would be interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You add these things with different effects. That way you can trade depending on what you're doing. You're trading out your armband,
Yeah. Yeah, the armbands right now really don't there's no reason to have one.
right? Or because I saw maybe it was someone like making like their own armband or something, but I swear I saw one on Twitter where it was like a medic armband.
I haven't seen anything in the game about that, but that'd be
Then
interesting.
probably someone created their own armband. Because I know someone you hear about the what's his name? He's like coming up in the Tarkov community as like the pacifist, and he goes
Oh
around
yeah,
and he
yeah.
just brings meds, and he just
Mhm.
gives everyone meds and heals them.
So let's see. They got the
The medic of Tarkov.
Alpha armband, the Dead Skull, Kiba Labs, RF Army. What is that? I don't know what that is. We got a Train Hard, whatever that is. Evasion Rivals. Yeah, the Alpha is the red one. Has the Alpha. Oh, closed alpha testing. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that
that one was.
that was. Huh.
I could have
Okay,
gotten that one
interesting.
because I was invited to the close, but I never did it.
So they got the Russian flag, the RF Armed Forces. They
The
got a
Russian flag?
yep,
Oof.
yep.
Not looking
They
good right
got
now.
not right now, no. They got a white one that says Terra Group on it. That's kind of cool. I want that one. And then they got
Isn't that the labs one?
they have a different labs one too.
Oh, okay.
They have the labs armband is black with the lab logo on it. The other one, the Terra Group, is white that just says Terra Group across it in black.
Got it.
And then they got one that is Train Hard. It's an armband from Jaeger. Says fall.
Maybe in the. By the way, it was maybe in the YouTube video when this comes up. Maybe just have edit them in so that people can see them.
This one says it's obtained by Jaeger's task, which is the Swift one, which is kill 30 PMCs, 20 PMCs on woods with no armor or helmets. And you get an armband that says fall 715 times, but rise 716.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, but with this new wipe that's coming, is there going to be a new trader?
Yes.
Like the trader, how the traders are, right?
No.
Like Jaeger, pharmacist. What's her name?
Therapist. Pharmacist.
Same thing. She's a pharmacist. Let's be real.
If the wipe comes with the expansion to Lighthouse, then yes, there's going to be a new trader. But it's not going to be the trader that the way the traders are now. It's going to be the first in-game trader to where you need to go to the Lighthouse, like the Lighthouse on Lighthouse, to go talk to him and trade in raid. But the problem with that is twofold. You need to bring the items that you're going to use to trade to get the item that you want to get out with. And then in order to get over to the lighthouse, it's going to be guarded by a sniper boss that is going to just dismember you as you're running across the bridge.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I remember you saying that. That was back in episode 1 you were talking about that.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I've been just waiting for the wipe to be able to play Tarkov, but since then, until then rather, I've been playing Poke MMO.
What?
It's Pokemon Red, Black and White, Emerald, what else? Silver and Gold.
Okay.
And all these, but it's a Pokemon MMO.
Okay.
And the thing is, they made it incredibly difficult. Like all the AI is super smart, and they actually use tactics against you. So they'll switch their Pokemon out to counter yours and all this stuff.
Wait, do you pick a game to play through, or
no? It's literally all of it in one.
But they all have different art styles.
You have to see. You'll have to play it to understand it. And how they do legendaries is super interesting. So only one person can have a legendary, right?
Okay.
And you only can have that legendary for a certain amount of time, and then it resets, right?
Okay.
But when you capture a legendary, say you go to Cerulean Cave, right? And there's Mewtwo, and you capture Mewtwo. It lets everybody on the server know that you have the Mewtwo, and now you are forced to battle anyone for that Mewtwo. Anyone has to come up to you and battle you, and if you lose the Mewtwo, and they take it.
That's kind of cool.
And if you can hold out for a certain amount of time with the whatever legendary it is, you get to keep it for whatever the remainder. I think it's a week or something like that.
I'm looking at their website and it says free to play, download, play. It's as simple as that. Multiplayer. Yep. That's what the MMO stands for.
Yep. It's super fun.
Yeah, in case our listeners don't know, MMO is massive multiplayer online.
Well, I mean, he was right. It does mean multiplayer.
That is very true.
So
wait a second. I could play this on my phone?
Yep.
Okay, I'm downloading this.
See what I'm saying? It's so fucking cool. It's
How?
hard as shit too, and you can choose what starting area you want to go through. So I mean, obviously the best one is to go through Kanto first, but after 4 gym badges, you can go to all like any of the other regions, go get your starter, and then come back.
Why? How? I want to know how they're not getting like shit on by Mr. Nintendo.
Because they took out some of the like some of the it took you'll see. Yeah. Like a lot
Oh,
of the
okay.
battle arenas and stuff like that, they've like blurred it out and changed it a bit so that it doesn't look
But like
they
the like name of the Pokemon.
they created their own sprites.
Okay, but it's still called a Charizard, right?
Yeah.
Well, that name's copyright, I think.
Nope.
That doesn't make
Otherwise,
sense.
you're gonna have 900 copyrights.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think
yeah.
so.
I mean, it.
Nah.
Yeah.
You, by the way, did you know that when? By the way, here's a little fact for you guys. When Game Freak was being bought by Nintendo, um, for the licensing for Pokemon, they said we will buy you out, but first you need to create 1,000 Pokemon. So there's 1,000 Pokemon that need to be bought for that deal or made for that deal.
Wait,
So,
is that legit?
yep.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
So, and they're at like what 900 or something like that. So they only got like
Uh,
100 more.
and then they can say peace and go do their own thing because the
No, I
Pokemon
want them to
company is
make a.
huge.
By the way, did you see that tweet that I sent you today? Of the it was like Pokemon Fire Red in a modern style. Please show gameplay in the edit, but um it's like the old style graphics, the classic graphics, but it's like modernized. It
It
looks
looked
so
really
good.
cool. It looked really.
That's what I want. I want a Pokemon game like that where it's in that kind of style. Uh, for, what would it be? Open world,
Okay.
all Pokemon, right?
Uh huh. That would be cool.
Classic gym, but you can maybe also can choose like a different profession. Like maybe you want to go and do like the beauty thing, or maybe you want to be like a photographer. So then you can also do photography tasks,
I
that
want to
kind of
be
stuff.
a Pokeball engineer. I want to
Okay.
make Pokeballs with really cushy insides.
Well, here's what I thought. Maybe another game mechanic in this Pokemon game that I'm inventing in my head, that if you have a Pokeball engineering feat or whatever,
Okay.
you can create Pokeballs, right, out of the apicorns, and they have a less capture rate than normal Pokeballs that you would buy, but you're able to craft them, so they're technically free.
That would be, yeah. With the new one, you can the new Pokemon, you can actually craft your own Pokeballs and everything. So
I
that was
know.
really cool.
I know, but to kind of balance it out, like, oh, why would I need to buy if I can just make them? Well, you make the made ones have a lower capture chance. So then you have the option. It's like, well, oh shit, I'm going and capturing these Pokemon that are higher level. I'm gonna need a higher capture rate.
But if you have like a profession skill tree too, the more you make, the better you are at it. So you could up your crafted capture rate, and then you could sell your Pokeballs and have player run markets.
Then you can just get the Master Ball and reverse engineer it, and then just say
I'm
"fuck
down.
you, Silphco."
I'm down.
Reverse engineer the Master Ball, and then you start selling it to people. But no, it's the MMO though is actually pretty sick because they they changed a lot of different mechanics with things with battling, like
Hmm.
for example. Garchomp cannot use Sword Dance anymore because of
Okay.
how overpowered that is.
Yeah,
And
no, just
there's
run it.
other there's so
My
many other
strat
different
was
changes.
sword dance with Excadrill.
Sure.
It
But
was so good.
that's just it though. Like there's a lot of those different things. Like the original Fire Red team is like really nerfed with like Starmie and I think it was Kangaskhan and Taurus,
Oh
something like
yeah, yeah,
that. I
yeah.
don't remember the full team, but yeah, they kind of nerfed that a little bit. But the game is hard. It is
Let's go.
hard.
Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Venusaur.
Sure, you can do it. Okay, here's the thing. Now, here's a question. If you out of all the starters, right, without picking from the same generation, what you have to have one fire, one water, and one grass. What starters are you picking from each generation?
From
You have to
each
have one of those,
generation?
but you can't. No, not from each, but like you can't use the you can't like pick a Charmander and a Squirtle, right? Can't be from the same generation. So if you pick one from like Gen 1, you can't pick another one from Gen 1.
Okay, okay. Let's see. So I would go Torchic.
Torchic? Okay. All right.
Torchic, Snivy,
Ooh, good choice.
Totodile.
Ooh, good choice. All right. Let
Yeah.
me pull up a thing
Because
of
I don't
the
really
starters here.
yeah, I don't really use fire Pokemon all that much. So
Really?
that's why I chose Torchic. I would have chose Cyndaquil, but
Okay.
I like Totodile way better from Gen 2. And then
See.
Snivy, like I'm definitely a Leaf guy. So Snivy's
Yeah,
awesome.
you
I
would be a
love
Leaf
Snivy.
guy.
But my like third pick for fire would be to Pig. But that same gen as well. So
There's so many good water type Pokemon though, like Squirtle, Totodile, Piplup, Mudkip, uh, Oshawott, and
mm-hmm.
Froakie. Uh, those are all
Yeah.
the like those are all great, but you only can have
Faroki's
one.
so
I mean,
good. Faroki's awesome, especially
yeah,
Evolution 3. Like with what
yeah.
is
What the
it,
fuck?
the sniper shot thing? Like,
What? That's not Froakie. That's Sobble.
no, is it?
Yeah, Froakie turns into Greninja.
What's the oh that it okay, yeah, I'm getting my evolutions mixed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Torchic, Snivy, Totodile. What about you?
Okay. I'm going with Cyndaquil. It's a toss up between Snivy and Rowlet.
Okay.
It's really hard to choose between those two. I'm more leaning towards Snivy though, because Snivy's just he's Snivy. And this is like the water one's so hard because I am a huge Squirtle fan, but also Oshawott.
Oshawtt's great. Wait,
Oshawott
isn't
is adorable.
yeah, Rowlet's a grass flying, so like that's pretty OP right there.
Yeah. Um, but that's just it. I like Oshawott. So we're thinking about
Yeah.
starters, but like also you got to think about the evolutions. I hate Oshawott's third fucking form. Or yeah, if it listen, the rule of thumb should be if it is on two legs, you keep the fucking thing on two legs.
Yep. Yep.
If it's on four legs, you keep it on four legs. Drives me insane
That
if they
yeah,
do that.
I don't know why they do it. And then
Yeah, so I think just because I hate Oshawott's third evolution, I'm actually going to go with
Mudkip.
No. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Squirtle because I love Blastoise. Blastoise. I remember my first ever holographic from a booster pack because my original from back in the 90s was I got the starter kit, but my
Hmm.
first booster pack I pulled a first edition Blastoise. So that's why I've
That's
always liked
awesome.
Blastoise.
I
Yeah, I don't have that card anymore. It got stolen from me at school.
I would I would have went with one of the classics just because it's classic, but
Yeah.
I had to be practical. You can't
What do
choose
you mean?
a single type Pokemon. Like you're just pigeonholing yourself. What are you gonna
So
do? Grow up to be a gym trainer?
yeah, maybe I will. I mean, just by the way, I don't know if you knew this, but Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise can know Zap Cannon.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a water type using an electric move.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's not a
But
single type.
but you don't get a stab bonus from it.
You what do you mean? Yes, you do.
You don't get the same type attack bonus for it.
If it's a special user and you use a special attack, it's still going to use a special bonus.
You'll get the special bonus, but you won't get the stab bonus.
Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. He can use Zap Cannon, okay? He's a water type that can use Zap Cannon.
He can use Zap Cannon.
Do you remember back like the Pokemon card days? I felt to this day I still feel like my friends and I brought that whole thing to our school because I remember it was my friend Trevor and my friend Zach who first got into Pokemon, and then they introduced me, and then soon after that it became like a whole thing at our school. Teachers are banning them, taking away
Yep.
card decks. It was like
We were trading cards in the bathrooms.
we were dude, I remember we traded this one kid a Pikachu, just a normal, common Pikachu, for a holographic Poliwrath, and we said that the Pikachu was more rare, and the kid went home and showed his mom, and then we all ended up getting in trouble for it because we swindled him out of a Poliwrath.
You taught him a life lesson. She should have been congratulating you.
Right, dude, this is back when we were in elementary school. This was like first, second grade. We were back there like hustling on the playground underneath like the big toy,
You should have
just
been like,
selling cards.
listen here, sweetie. In about 20 years, there's going to be a website called Craigslist. This skill is going to be
Well,
like,
eBay was a thing back then.
when were you in grade school?
What? What do you mean? What, when I was in grade school? That was like what?
eBay
The
was founded
90s.
in 95. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little history offline about that.
Yeah, I
About
had
someone
no
we know,
idea that
about
it was
someone we know.
that old. That's interesting.
So yeah, there was eBay. So I had my friend Zach that you know. He used to go and just get every fucking Pokemon card known to man, and then his mom would sell it on eBay.
Interesting.
Yeah, they literally sold binders of complete sets on eBay.
My buddy told me that he was gonna sell all my cards on eBay, and I'm pretty sure he just took them because I never saw any money
I
from that.
still have my list. Where is it at?
No, you don't. You don't have. No.
Busting it out.
Oh, okay. You're doing that.
I still have all my cards. I even have like cards that are not cards.
That
Look at
is.
it. Look at it. Yeah. I have like the movie cards
Do
of
you have?
like the first movie.
Do you have the Mew promo, the ancient Mew promo from the first movie?
Um
I think Pokemon the movie 2000. They gave out the ancient Mew promo.
I have the promo card of Pikachu here.
I had
I
that one.
have the yellow cheeked Pikachu. And the
That's an
red
old
cheek
card.
Pikachu. Um,
Yeah.
I have a bunch of Japanese cards. I think I do. Let me see. Oh, if anything, it's in the back.
The Ancient Mew is
I have
so
the
cool.
promo. I have the promo. I have the promo. Dragonite.
I remember
I have a
getting the
hologram.
Ancient Mew from the movie, and like
I even
I
have
was
this
like,
giant card.
I was like, what the hell is this like card? It looks so weird. I'm not gonna be able to use it. It's just it looks old. It looks like ancient Egyptian. And then I went and I saw the movie, like because you got the card when you bought the ticket, and it was like, oh, yep. It was like, oh, that makes so much sense now. I love this card. That went from like the dumbest card I owned to like my most prized possession in an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's very, very expensive.
But
I have a set in here. I have a set in here with it's the tropical set. I have the entire tropical set, and it's worth quite a bit of money.
how about you wanna collect talk about
Oh my
real
gosh.
cards?
Oh fuck. No. Fuck your magic cards. We're
You
talking about Pokemon
gotta go
cards. All right.
magic.
Let's be real, man. No one's playing Magic any days. Okay.
Lots of people play magic.
I know. I know it. I know they are. I'm wrong there. Okay.
Our, the most recent set, not the one that just came out like 2 weeks ago, but the
The
one
most recent, not the most recent set that came out 2 weeks ago. The more recent set.
it was the Q1 set. It came out in January, I think. It was the highest grossing set that they've ever put out. It's
Wow.
called
Pricey.
Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It's all like cyberpunk, like 80s Miami vibe ninjas.
That sounds stupid. But
It
anyways,
is cool as hell.
so by the way, I've never played Magic. It sounds interesting to me, but that's just it. I feel like I would just go broke if I got back into a card game. And
You
plus, I heard that it's mostly like all the tournaments and stuff like that are done not with actual cards. It's all done online now, and
that is kind of almost maybe slightly true. Um so yeah, the Magic the Gathering arena, MTG arena, is their version of like Hearthstone. And they do have tournaments that you can buy into, compete and everything like that, get actual payouts, that kind of stuff through the app. But any I don't know what is it, WPN, Wizards Play Network store, which literally any card store worth their salt is going to be a WPN store, will
here's a
have
question.
yeah.
With all these going to with like card games and stuff like that going to PC, um, is that gonna hurt brick and mortar stores?
No. No, you would think it would, but it's not. It's people
Because
still want the physical stuff.
because I mean I remember back when we used the Pokemon days, right? There was still a lot of like Warhammer games.
Mhm.
There was way more of those type of shops around than there is now because a lot of those shops are closing down because those brick and mortar stores aren't doing well. So I would think that those same stores that are doing cards would also fail for similar reasons.
There's a Games Workshop store on 44th over by the mall. There's
Which mall? We have
a
two malls by us.
Alderwood Mall.
Mm,
It's over by the Park and Red.
okay.
There's a like 3 blocks away from there. There's a card shop called Gamer Heaven. There's a big card shop board game store in Ballard called Mox Boarding House. They have a sister store in Bellevue.
Okay.
There's a
Dude,
lot in the area.
right, but like that's just it. It's just you hear about all these places popping up and then closing down. It's so similar to like the land centers that we used to have. Because remember, we
Yeah,
used to have that land center
the
by the
land
mall,
centers,
which I
those
believe now is another castle.
No, another castle took the corner store. The one that took over the
Oh,
land center is a comic book shop.
okay. Like, oh, Comic Stop.
Yep. I sent
Yeah,
a
Comic Stop. By the way, did you know that that Comic Stop is the original Comic Stop that started Emerald City Comic Con?
really. I did
Yep.
not know that.
Yep. So that comic book store is the owner of that comic book store. That's his first location. He started Emerald City Comic Con.
Really.
Yeah. Wow. Where the fuck have you been? Welcome to
Not
Washington, by the way.
attending ECC.
Well,
I've never been
during
to
COVID,
ECC, so
you really neither have
no.
I, but I still know all this lore.
Yeah, I know what it is. I've just never been, but I didn't know that lore. I didn't know the lore, the humble beginning.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Washington, man. I
But
will be
yeah,
your guide.
if you wanna get down on some magic, I have a bunch
Mhm.
of cards. We could just
I don't
rip out
know.
some
I don't know.
decks and play.
I don't know if I like the way you said that to me.
Okay, Jamie's giving
If
me
you wanna,
eyes. Jamie has a bunch of cards that we could build a deck and play.
if you wanna get down with me and build a deck.
Actually, oh, you can see it in the camera. For the
I
viewers
don't
at
want to be
home,
looking now, man. I don't know what you're talking
this
about.
this entire storage bin is filled with magic cards. It's just all
Okay,
magic cards.
well, I mean, that's just it. I'm gonna have to build a modern deck that's actually gonna be able to compete and all that
Oh
fun
no, no, no,
weird
no.
stuff.
No, if you want to be able to compete, you build a legacy deck. You build a deck with the
Uh,
cards that will like 3-turn
got it,
people. That's how
got
you
it.
compete.
Okay, I'm pulling out Black Lotus.
Black Lotus is actually banned from tournament play.
I know, I know. I learned a lot about like different cards that are banned in different games. Like
There's
like I learned about a banned card in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I don't even know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh.
that's one card game that I absolutely have no idea about. None.
Yeah. There's a card, I forgot what it was called. It has like a bird on it or something like that. And what you can end up doing is you can lock your opponent out because if you attack them when they have no other cards like or if they can't attack or something like that, you can attack and then you can bring him back and then keep doing that because he has nothing that he can play and you just pretty much lock them out of being able to do it. You can kill them in one turn.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's all I know. That and pot of greed.
You want to know
Yeah.
something else that's ridiculous?
Title?
For Pot of Greed. For the fourth week in a row now, I forgot to record our live filming. So I'm gonna have to once again download. I'm gonna have to rip our recorded video off YouTube to then make a video.
I love this.
I
I
keep
love this.
forgetting to hit that damn button. I just looked at it and I'm like, oh, that's not clicked. But that's okay. I'm getting in the rhythm of doing it this way. Why mess
For
it up?
4 weeks in a row, we're on episode 4. Okay.
Why
All right.
why mess with a good thing?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You know it.
yeah,
But
that's
no, the one thing that I've been also thinking about getting into, speaking of like Wizards of the Coast and all that stuff, I know that's not Wizards of the Coast, but the stores, you know what I'm talking about? Like they have Wizards of the Coast, they have their store, and then there's Games Workshop has their store. I've been getting really into um Warhammer and Warhammer 40K. It's just like going back, listening to the lore of all that stuff, like looking at like painting miniatures. Ugh, I found myself watching a 2-hour miniature painting the other day, and I was just like, wow, this looks so relaxing.
I can't. I can't.
You
I
can't.
the idea of it is so enticing to me. I love watching people do it. I love learning the techniques about it. Like all of that stuff is really cool, especially because I have like an art background. Like it's just it resonates with what I enjoy doing.
Right.
But I get like I get like right up in it And then like I'm sitting there painting with it like 2 inches from my face, and then I start to go cross-eyed, my neck starts kinking up and everything, and like I'm sitting
You got to get a
there.
magnifying glass, man.
Well, yeah, but I'm like sitting there
The same
doing
ones
it,
that you
and
would use to solder circuit boards.
I'm like all like hunched over and like just like, and it just hurts.
Well, you're
But
not doing it right, first of
I
all.
have I have an entire I 3D printed a 3-dimensional Catan set that I need to go through and
I
print.
think I saw that.
I need to paint all the pieces. Like I have everything printed. I just need to paint them all. And I think I
Right.
have like 5 out of like the 50 pieces painted.
So, someone I saw this on TikTok. I'll have to go through my likes and I'll send it to you. But there's a guy on TikTok that I saw. He bought this 3D printer, and you know those like professional models that you get for like anime, right? And
Mhm.
people like make like the waifu models and stuff like that. He
Mhm.
makes those out of his 3D printer, and
Mhm.
they look flawless. Like, you
Yeah.
know how 3D printers have like that, always has like that bumpy kind of
Mhm.
texture to it? Those don't. They look completely smooth.
Um is that straight off the
Maybe it's
printer like
resin.
that? Yeah, it
I
might
think
be
it
a
might be a
resin
resin
printer.
printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
God, those are
I
so
want to
nice.
get a resin printer really bad, just to mess with. But I want to do have you heard of
Nope. Probably not.
I think they're called flat packs.
Flat packs? Why are you gonna sit here and say some dumb stuff like flat packs?
Because hold on, flat pack. Yeah,
What?
I need to flat pack
Flat
toys.
pack?
Yes, okay. This is what they're called. So it's
It is what
something.
they're called.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it is. So it's like a single piece of wood or metal or plastic to where it's just a flat piece, and then you pop all the parts out and you assemble something with it. So here,
So
look at
Legos.
no, look in Discord real
Oh.
quick, in the backstage chat so you can see what I'm talking about. But for our listeners, it's like you look at a piece of like
Oh.
balsa wood or like a piece of plastic, and
Right,
imagine
yes.
that all the like the wheels are like circular stenciled out,
I
and you pop all the
remember
pieces
getting
out and put them all together.
a metal Millennium Falcon and ended up
Yes.
cutting myself really fucking bad with it to the point I destroyed it because I was so pissed off after it hurt me.
Yeah, I want to get a resin printer or like mess around with it on my FDM printer first and do some flat pack stuff. I've seen people make like those rubber band airplanes um to where
Rubber
you just
band
pop it.
airplane.
Like it's the little wing and like just 2 pieces, like the wing and then the body and then a propeller that put a rubber band on and you twist the propeller and then it spins and it will fly.
Why does this sound like, so you remember that cake that you guys got, Pat, and it had like
Oh, the butterflies in it? Yeah,
the
very
little
similar.
butterflies? It's pretty much
Yeah.
similar to that. Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell was that thing called?
I have
It
no
was like a
idea. Ken bought it
share a
for.
cake or something like that.
Yeah, I have
Anyways,
no clue.
not sponsored, obviously.
Maybe we should hit him up.
No.
But
If anything, we should be hitting up Liquid Death. They came out with these like flavored waters. I'm loving this. This
what
severed
is that?
lime. It's Liquid Death.
What's liquid death?
It's flavored water in a can. It's delicious, by the way. Delicious. So this
Is
one,
it still? Is it bubbly?
it's carbonated a little bit.
Interesting. Liquid Death Mount. Oh my! Their website has someone shotgunning it.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. I love it.
So someone's
And then they
shotgunning
also
it. Then
have
you got a 4-year-old drinking it, and then you got someone who just base jumped off a cliff drinking it. Like,
right, dude. So they have. By the way, this is not a sponsor. Hashtag not an ad. Okay, so but this one is severed lime, and then this one's called mango chainsaw.
Their
Then they also just
names,
have like a normal mountain spring water, and then they also have a carbonated mountain spring water.
their art is pretty sick. This reminds me of like some Sailor Jerry,
Right?
like old school tattoo stuff. Like this
Right?
is cool.
By the way,
Oh my,
this is
hold
another
on.
thing.
Is this a their commercial on here? Is it The Boys?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh
I haven't
my
looked at the
god.
website.
It's it's got the dude from The Boys. Like, okay, I don't know if I could talk about that on stream.
Yeah,
Okay. Moving on.
but no, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty sick. But the other thing I wanted to talk about. So did Elden Ring, because we talked about it last episode, did Elden Ring actually come up with a true um co-op on Friday?
The mod did come out.
Okay.
Um
So
it
when are
is
we gonna do when are we gonna do a play together?
um half past someday when we want to.
Well, I mean, I think it'd be only beneficial to be able to do something like that.
It would be very beneficial to my mental health and the enjoyment of our community.
Your mental health, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
I mean, it's just the soothingness of having to deal with me as long as, there's other things trying to kill you in the game.
Sounds absolutely
Your
lovely.
Yeah, so your mental health is in check.
Okay, let's see.
'Cause
Elden Ring. Yes, seamless co-op.
is it a mod through like a third party, or is it actual like a co-op through
It's a mod.
the developers?
It is a third-party
Okay.
mod. I threw it
Okay.
in backstage. We'll throw it in the show notes for the people listening.
Yep. No notes.
But yeah, it's from. It is up on the Nexus Mods website.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you download it, install it. It turns off the anti-cheat and like the ability to connect to the Elden Ring servers. So you're
Okay.
connecting to who else you're playing with. It's like local co-op but over the internet. So you
So
can't
not
use
local.
these players. It's remotely local. Um it's like Steam has
And
the
MMO means multiplayer. Title?
Steam has the like couch play remote play co-op and I'm like, "What?"
They're Nintendo making up
But
shit.
yeah, but you can't use your seamless co-op players in the actual online game.
Right.
So
So
it
we
it
have to
yeah.
create new characters.
Yep.
So are you going magic? Or are you going like the brute, or what are you going?
I don't know. I just played my playthrough is like Zeus.
No, 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 no. This isn't fuck
Well,
your
yeah,
old
that's
play.
what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying.
about
Like
I'm
my
talking about
playthrough is
our
like
playthrough.
a lightning bolt slinging Zeus magic wielder. So I think I might do something a little bit more nimble
I'm telling you
and
right now, that
melee.
game is way harder with a melee class.
Yeah,
So
probably.
you played it fucking easy mode. Because on my second playthrough, I went through with magic. I did like an all int build.
Hmm.
Cakewalk.
Really.
Yep. It's pretty
I'm
fucking easy. It's
I'm not
ridiculous.
in. I'm all faith. I'm like 80 faith. Soft cap my faith.
But yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing though. Faith is the other OP one. Int and faith.
Yeah.
Just go all strength.
Yeah.
Just go in all strength with the hammers. Bring the gavel down like a Johnny Depp trial, you know?
we should we should rush Mogwin Palace and just farm up like thousands of rooms
Well, no, there's
immediately.
actually a trick. There's a trick that you can actually in the very beginnings of the game. If you do it right, well, you need you need torrent, but you can cut through a wall and you'll go and complete Ronnie's quest line,
Okay.
and you'll get the moonlight. What the hell is that called? That sword called? Um, like the very infamous sword that's like in almost every Souls game. The
What?
the fuck is it called? The moonlight saber? What is it? Uh,
I don't know.
uh
I have no
the
idea what you're talking about because
moonlight greatsword.
okay. Yeah, I have heard
Yeah.
of that. But spoiler alert, I've never played through other Souls games.
Oh my goodness. Play through the remake of Demon Souls. It's
The
actually pretty good. It's
the
pretty good.
PS5 one?
Sure.
Okay. I'll need to find a
It's
PS5.
oh, I mean, um there's a shipment coming to Alderwood Mall soon. Also check Fred Meyer's. For those that don't know, Fred Meyer's is a store here on the West Coast. So um but yeah, check Fred Meyer's. They don't put out any announcement. It's literally first come first serve. If you just go in and say, "Hey, do you have any PS5s?" They'll give you one. Like if they have one, they'll give it to you. And they pretty much don't give any announcement about when they're getting things in stock. They have no like things saying that they're in stock at all.
Did
So
you
it's
uh
literally you have to go in and you have to ask.
did you see
By the way, we need to talk about that. Why the
what?
fuck? It has been how long since the new consoles have come out, and I have yet to see any of these fucking things in stores. Why has gaming gotten to a point where we can't even buy new consoles anymore?
I was actually
Because
just like thinking about, well, I mean, currently chip shortage, COVID, like global like
this is not a
shipping.
chip shortage.
What do you mean?
The new consoles have been out for what,
They
2 years,
they
3 years?
were they were 100% affected by the chip shortage.
Right, but that's
It's
not
the same reason we haven't been able to get graphics cards for the past 2 years.
right. But graphics cards are a little bit harder to make than the consoles, right?
Say no, they're not. The console would be harder because it's all SoC. Like AMD and
Don't
Nvidia
use
both have
fucking acronyms at me.
soft they're integrated systems to where the graphics card is a purpose-built device, whereas the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, Series S have the graphics card and the processor and everything on one die. So that's a custom piece right there. Whereas the NVIDIA 3080, that's a like they know what that is, they know what the card is, they know what the memory
Right.
spec is, like they just need to manufacture it.
Okay. But the thing is, like, I have seen 3090s in stores. I have yet to see a PS5 or
Well,
a PlayStation Series
yeah,
X in store.
just because a 3090 is a $2,000 graphics card. Like
That
nobody in
means
their right
nothing.
mind is gonna buy that.
What do you mean? People buy it all the time.
People who want to flex.
I mean,
You're
is
you're
there
you're
any
not
other thing
moving.
that
You're
you have
not
to understand?
moving the amount
You're
of
talking about
product.
PC. You're talking about PC Master Race, and you're saying that they don't want to fucking flex?
As I'm
Excuse
sitting
me?
here staring at my 2K monitor, RGB everything, like
That's what I'm saying. If you are any what near PC Master Race, right? You're doing everything to flex. You're like, yeah, I got a 3090, not because not because of the graphics that I can
it's
get in game,
practical. I
because
need it.
right, it allows me to do video rendering at the same time I'm playing 3 different games of Minecraft in 4K resolution, with
Yeah,
RTX on.
I
Like,
I I,
okay,
I
dude,
need it.
chill.
I need 24 gigs of VRAM.
I mean, there you go. Why?
So, for people who don't know what PC specs mean or anything, let me paint you a little picture right here.
Don't underestimate that they're. You calling
No,
our
no, no,
viewers
no,
dumb?
no, 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 no. I'm just saying, like, let me quantify this a little. So right
You're
now,
gonna use words like quantify towards our audience and call them stupid.
right now, I have,
Okay.
I don't know, over 30 tabs open. I have
Over
two
30.
instances
Sure.
of YouTube Studio open. I have Twitch Studio open. I have your video streaming on Discord. I'm streaming my video to you on Discord, and
Yep.
I'm streaming to the ChknAtk YouTube, the ChknAtk Twitch, and my YouTube channel. All on one solely 3060 Ti, and I'm only using 38% of my 8 gigs of VRAM.
Right. So there. I mean, and you're trying to say, oh, only people that want to flex. You just soft flexed is right. What you just did. Title.
Half chub.
Half chubbed PC.
Half chub.
There we go. We found our title.
Oh man.
I don't know how I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna do the thumbnail for that one.
Typically average PC.
Listen, I have an above average PC. Okay, slightly above average PC.
8 gigs is average.
Right, and I'm as I look down. I think I'm at 32 inches. I mean, gigs.
I'm. Oh man. Oh, my eyes hurt.
Why do your eyes hurt?
Because I'm laughing so hard, I'm tearing up, and it's like 90,000 degrees in this house because Jamie had the heater on, and I'm sweating.
Oh, don't blame it on poor Jamie. She does a lot. Okay. You're a producer.
Does she know that? Should I tell her that? Jamie, you're now our producer, apparently.
There we go. We're hiring people.
Derek said we're hiring people. You're now our producer. She goes,
See? She likes it. She likes the idea of it. She can add that to her resume.
we got chat over here saying our RAM looks a little crooked.
Our RAM looks a little crooked?
Yeah, all 8 gigs of it. Little crooked.
Well, I mean, it's just because it's not well seated, all right?
I was just going to say that. Gotta put it back in the slot correctly.
Well,
hold on.
You know, they don't call them floppy disks anymore.
Nope. We upgraded to the hard disk.
Yeah, I got me a solid state drive. You know what I'm saying?
We got a 16 gig solid state. Come at me, bro.
Slightly above average.
Man. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way.
All right. Anyways, there's our clip.
Oh, there's a clip. There's a title. There's a blooper reel. There's everything in there.
I'm gonna make that thumbnail though. What the fuck are we gonna do with a thumbnail?
I don't want to see that thumbnail.
Just a throbbing PC.
It's just a sensor bar.
I got it.
A throbbing PC. That's good. Oh man. Okay.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh man. Okay. What? I'm gonna have to find a royalty free version of the battle theme.
The battle theme.
Oh, the like wild Pokemon music. I can't even make the noise of it with my mouth. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But let's see. What else do we got that happened this week?
What happened this week? A lot happened this week. I
Uh,
have no idea. So did you see the game that I sent you where it was like your army men inside of a toy store?
yeah,
Did
that
you ever
was
find
super
out the
weird.
name of that game? Because I've been trying to find it and I haven't been able to find it.
Um, the entire store is alive.
The entire store is alive is the name of it?
It is called Hypercharged Unboxed.
Hypercharged unboxed. Hypercharged unboxed. Is that it? Because it's not released yet.
This one is a cooperative third first-person shooter.
Oh, you're right. It is that game,
Yup.
bro. That it looks sick. It has like Beyblades that attack you and shit.
Check that out. I've been trying to find this game. What was that record? Chat. How long did that take me? 5 seconds.
Well,
Now
after I
that's a
sent it to you,
flex.
I was checking I was checking through the what's it called? The comment section for it, and no one was saying it. So
Ooh, there we go. That's some spicy news. Thank you, Chet. WoW patch 9.2.5 went
we're really
live.
gonna go back to WoW. Oh
Well,
gosh,
okay, this is
you
a big
know,
one. This is a big one. For
is
the
it?
first time, when did this game come out? 2004? How many years is that? 18 years now? Yep. 18 years. They've had the Horde and Alliance divide. Today, that is no more. You got cross-faction gameplay. They have cross-faction raiding, cross-faction dungeoning, cross-faction guilds. There's no longer a reason to pick one side or the other. You could play whatever you want, and you can play with all your friends.
So you want to dumb that down to people that have never played World of Warcraft before?
So, World of Warcraft,
Okay.
there. I'm sorry, I looked at chat, and WoW is now legal. It's an 18-year-old. Okay, so World of Warcraft,
Okay.
one of the actually Warcraft in general, the lore of Warcraft is the
Okay.
Horde versus the Alliance. The Horde is an
Mm-hmm.
unruly race of aliens and orcs. Well, not alien to Azeroth, because they came from a land called Draenor. Long
Mm-hmm.
story short, you got orcs versus
Didn't the
humans.
Alliance build a wall?
They could have like
They
the
probably
Great
did.
Wall of China.
Okay,
But
we don't. I mean,
long story short, this has been a conflict in the past 25, 30 years of Warcraft lore. And now that faction divide has now been dropped, and you can play with opposite factions now.
so you can be an orc on Alliance.
No, you can be an orc and play with friends that are Alliance characters.
Oh, okay.
You used to in World of Warcraft, you used to like if you came up against if you were playing Alliance, a human
Okay.
or like an elf or something, and you came up
Yeah.
against a troll, an undead, an orc, someone on the Horde side, you couldn't talk. They were two different languages. They spoke Horde, and you spoke Common. And if you tried to type something in chat, you would see it in a foreign language. You
Really?
couldn't understand what the other faction was saying. All of that is gone
That's
now.
a,
You could talk. You can still talk. I'm assuming that you could still talk in the languages, but there's a way to where you can communicate across faction now.
see, I knew there was a wall.
Yeah, they're
Keep his people in.
they're actually the Great Main Wall. Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah. See,
built it, kept his people in.
I remember from Warcraft 2.
Yeah, he kept his people in, and he kept them there so long that they got stricken with the Worgen curse.
There we go. So yeah, sure, Greymane. All right. Hey, by the way, I know zero about World of Warcraft. I know a little bit about Warcraft up to Warcraft 3. World of Warcraft, nothing about it. Don't give a shit about it. Probably never gonna play it. I haven't found a single interest in that game. It to
You
me, it's
realize you're
just
like in the minority of like
I am
the
like
past
below
decade.
the 1% because it just does not look interesting to me. I've watched people play it. I'm just like, okay. All they're doing is they're running. They died, so they're running back to their body in a ghost form, but not really running. They're jumping because jumping is faster than running, and it's just it looks dumb. I don't know. To me, my opinion. But yeah,
You could probably, if you gave it a go, you would probably find something that you like about it. There's something for everybody in it.
yeah. Well, I mean, if majority of the hardcore players are finding reasons to hate it, then I doubt I'll
I
find
mean,
something
the
that I like
hardcore
about it.
players just got burnt out. But I mean,
Yeah. Well,
you've been playing Lost Ark, which is
I
more or
haven't for a
less.
while now.
Yeah. What other MMOs have you played? If we're on this
Just
topic,
Pokey MMO or Pokey
you've never
MMO.
played any other MMO?
I played Guild Wars 2, Ragnarok Online,
Then you would totally
EverQuest.
get into some WoW.
Maybe.
I mean, if you've played all those and you've enjoyed them, you would enjoy WoW.
And then obviously I played Destiny.
That I'm gonna put on a whole that's a different level of game MMO there.
I mean, it's a MMO. Remember back when they like first they're like, this is not an RPG MMO. It's like
Yeah, it
it's not.
100% is.
But they like
Like,
try to make that claim. They're like, yeah, this is not an MMO. Please stop referring it as such. And everyone's just like, dude, it
no,
has everything to do with what an MMO is. How can
just
you not call
because
it this?
like in an instanced area you may run into like 10 to 14 other people. That doesn't mean that it's not a massive multiplayer game, because those 10 to 14 are not going to be the same 10 to 14 when you run 100 feet in one direction and turn around. Like, they're going to be a
Right.
different 10 to 14. Like, that community is massive.
Right.
And it's an online game. So, and it's multiplayer. So, there you go. We got the 3 words. It's an MMO.
I mean, sort of.
I mean,
But
that's like saying Tarkov's not an MMO.
Tarkov is not an MMO.
It is. They even say it is. It is a
How the fuck
massive
is...
multiplayer online game, because the entire, even though each raid
I'll
is
believe
only
that when it
10 to
has
4,
more than 200 people online.
there's 200,000 people playing.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. That's
Come on.
that's a lot of
Now.
people.
Most of them are in Russia.
But the flea markets are regional, and there's one persistent market across the entire region. So you can send messages, you can friend people, you can do all that. So yeah, it is.
Then you can do that in like almost any fucking game.
Then I mean, I would argue that they're not like an RPG, like a
Any
World of
game that has
Warcraft.
online capability would be an MMO. Halo Infinite. Yeah. It has a regional store.
Yeah, you might be. What? That I can't post something on the Halo Infinite store. Like,
no.
the Tarkov economy is player run, like that, and it's player run by the players in the region, which make that a persistent, massive multiplayer online like barter hub.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, there's other games that are similar to that, but that aren't mass multiplayer, you know?
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
Well,
Actually,
for example,
says Escape from Tarkov is a multiplayer first-person shooter, but then in the genre it says massive multiplayer.
Okay, maybe we should define what an
Oh, here we
MMO
go.
actually
From
is.
their official website, Escape from Tarkov is a hardcore, realistic online first-person shooter action RPG simulator with MMO features.
So MMO features, not
Yes,
an
which
MMO.
no, it would be. I would say the MMO features then would be like the flea market that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
So
We're good. We're in agreement.
yeah, sure,
Motion
but
pass.
the motion passed. All right, objection, bullshit. Um, title.
Oh,
Anyways,
we're way past that. We have way better content for title.
um, but no, what what would be defining of a MMO? Like in your eyes, because it could be subjective. What
Um,
would you consider an MMO?
I would say
I mean, don't
anything.
say World of Warcraft.
No, 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 no.
I'll
I
fight
would
you.
say Destiny would probably be my cutoff, like something like that, to where you could be in a persistent shared world and encounter 10, like a dozen, couple dozen players along your
Right,
travels.
right.
That
But
would be that would probably be my definition. Is it an online multiplayer game that has persistent world elements to where you can encounter a dozen or so players on your
I would like
travel.
to say it is any multiplayer game where the actions of the community impact the outcome of the game, like in some mechanic, whether it be um like in for example, there was in Ragnarok Online there was War of the Imperium, which is a huge event for people to go, like guilds to go and battle other guilds and take their castles and stuff like that. But at the same time, you have people going out and harvesting materials for those um and like leveling up just for those. There's also raids and dungeons and all sorts of stuff. So
Okay.
that's what I would kind of say.
Yeah. Yeah, like a persistent world where players interact with the environment to do. Well, in that case, then yeah, Tarkov's an MMO. You're interacting with the environment to gather, barter items, bring back,
Yeah,
sell,
I
and
guess you're
yeah.
right. Okay. Well, MMO features. So
MMO features.
yeah.
Our podcast has MMO features.
There you go. There's the title. Now with MMO features.
That's like the old school like little sunburst like foil sticker in the top corner of the box. It says new features.
Just the box top. Um. So other news. We didn't get to talk about it last week, but Modern Warfare 2. Wait, we did talk about it, didn't we?
Modern Warfare 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about it. But they announce like a new, didn't they have like a new trailer that kind of announced the release date recently?
Yes. Yes. The
So
release date did
October
come
8th.
out. Yes.
October 8th.
Yeah, it wasn't even a trailer. It was a
Drone flying
yeah, it was
around
a
and looking
drone
at,
footage.
pretty much, yeah. And it was
Like
just like watching a barge.
yeah, he was driving around a shipping yard like just like they had like gigantic COD posters hanging on like shipping containers and stuff
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa. Of very iconic characters.
okay,
I would argue that they're some of the most iconic in the series.
they I will agree with that, but the fact that they're just like a gigantic poster on the side of a shipping container. Like it was so it was just so over the top and unnecessary. Like they should
I
have
got a
just
question.
showed like some teaser gameplay. Like they didn't even need to show gameplay. Just show like
Right.
teaser footage of the game.
I
Why do I
think well
care about a
in
poster on a barge?
in that poster, right? Or in that video, there's the drone that flies by a shipping container and there's like a number on the wall.
Uh-huh.
People are speculating that that is a date or something of when they're going to show gameplay.
I thought it was the release day. I thought the number on the wall
No.
was the release
No.
day.
Um it was like
Let's
something something
see.
21 or something like that.
Ooh, no, I don't want volume. Let's just skip through this a little
But
bit.
while
Let's
you
see
watch
what we
that,
got.
I was going to say what the fuck was I going to say? I had a thing that I was going to talk about. Now I can't.
Oh,
I can't
wait.
remember it.
What? No, this isn't right.
Oh. All right. You ready for the clucking question of the week?
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Who would you say, in your opinion, is the most iconic video game character in a game that is underrated?
Iconic video game character in a game that is
That is
underrated.
underrated.
Um, what would what is iconic to you?
Like when you think of a game, right? And you're thinking of video game characters. For
Like,
example,
are
here
you
I'll give
talking
you an
like
example. I'll give you an example.
recognizable?
Right, one that would like everybody knows who it is, but the title, like the game itself, is kind of like underrated.
Glover.
Ooh, that actually is a good one. Um, I, I'm actually impressed. Because the one I was thinking of is Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal.
Wait, hold on. Are you okay? I need you to justify why Twisted Metal is underrated.
Because it is a franchise that is really no longer exists, right? It's kind of being swept under the rug now. No one, like, it's kind of like a forgotten relic kind of game.
I, I don't think you. I just heard something that they're doing a. Yep, here we go. They're
What?
doing a high octane comedy based Twisted Metal live action in the
Oh
vein
fuck.
of Deadpool with Anthony Mackie playing Sweet Tooth.
See, but that's just it. Sweet Tooth, definitely a character from an underrated game.
I
By
mean,
the way, also name another what would you say is a game that is very underrated that you would love for it to be restarted?
Time Splitters.
Time Splitters. Is that the one like in the arcade where you had like the little pedal that would make you like crouch? Or is it, well, I thinking of a different game.
You're thinking of
Time Crisis.
Time Crisis. Yes.
That's it. Okay, different game. Time
No,
Splitters and Time
Time
Crisis.
Splitters is it was the game to proceed Perfect Dark.
You and
The
this fucking Perfect Dark.
the team from Rare that worked on Perfect Dark went and made Time Splitters. And Time Splitters 2 was one of the best shooters for the GameCube.
Right.
And the it had a full featured level editor. You could make and trade with your friends your multiplayer levels.
That's just ripping off Halo's Forge.
This
I'm
predates the
kidding.
living
I'm
shit out of
kidding. Oh
Halo.
my lance. Gosh, man, I had to trigger you. No, because speaking of Rare, The game
Speaking
I
of
would,
rare.
yeah. Speaking of rare soft, um,
Rareware.
rare soft, um, Jet Force Gemini.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
That's a good game.
Yep. That's a good one. I mentioned this, I think I mentioned this in episode 1. MDK. It was a
What?
Dreamcast game.
Why does that sound like a drug? Yo,
Um
man, you want to come over and drop some MDK?
that's MDMA.
He missed the joke, chat. We're gonna just move on from there. 007 games, The Godfather. Isn't there a new Godfather game in the works?
I think they're saying that 007 is the godfather of Dig Dug. That's an underrated game. Dig
Matter
Dug.
of fact, I actually still have a copy of Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. The arcade cabinet?
The regular Nintendo Dig Dug.
Got it. Did you see mentioning, not talking, but I mentioned arcade cabinet. Did you know that I had a Cruisin' USA arcade cabinet?
There's a game I haven't heard of in a while. Cruisin' USA.
uh, underrated iconic character, the red Chevrolet Corvette knockoff from Cruisin' USA.
Speaking of these type of games, whatever happened to fucking Burnout? Remember like
No,
Burnout Revenge?
No, not even Burnout. The game that predates Burnout, San Francisco Rush 2049 in the stunt mode, where you just that was so good.
Or its aquatic counterpart, Wipeout.
Wipeout was good. Wipeout was good.
Where you're the jet boat.
Yeah, there was a game that I used to play on Dreamcast. Again, I played the living hell out of my Dreamcast. It was called, I'm not gonna remember the name of it. It was a racing game. I'll have to look it up and we can talk about it next week. But yeah, there was some real good stuff on Dreamcast.
Bro, there was a game on the original Xbox. Speaking of boating games, there was a game on the original Xbox. Something Wake.
Alan Wake?
Like Red Wake. Hold on.
No, it wasn't
Blood
Alan
Wake.
Blood Wake. Yes, okay.
Blood Wake.
Red
I
Wake,
remember
yeah?
playing this game. I couldn't remember. Okay, I knew it was something Wake. So, but yeah, Blood Wake. That's what I remember.
Okay.
I used to play this game, Blood Wake, more than I used to play Halo. I for some reason thought it was such a fun game. It was the game that introduced me to Mech Warrior.
Okay, MechWarrior is great. MechWarrior is excellent.
Yeah, there were so many good games on the original Xbox.
I mean, a lot of the original Xbox stuff ripped off, like didn't rip off, but they were games that migrated from like Dreamcast. Because Dreamcast, unfortunately, it was way before its time. It was a stupid expensive console, and Sega they had a whole bunch of shit going on in their company that caused some really bad downfall for the console. But that was an amazing console. It was so good. But yeah, I think we Speed Devils, that's the name of it.
Speed Devils. Hold on, I gotta Google this. Speed Devils. Are we going to be doing anything for like Gamescom or any of these? Because isn't there a few gaming events coming up?
Not right now. E3 would have been not next week, but the week after. But that is now canceled. I don't know if they've announced anything virtual or not. I'm sure that the big three are gonna do some sort of online, just like YouTube video, something. Who knows? But I'm sure they're gonna do something. Gamescom is usually in like August or September. So we got some time for that.
Gamescom.
Yep.
Yeah. But go on.
Is the Tokyo Game Show still a thing?
Fuck if I know, man. I just know that there's a gaming event coming up soon. That.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tokyo
I mean,
Game
by the
Show
way,
is going
this
to be. When did you say Gamecoms was?
Gamescom is August 28th, I want to say.
Okay. TGS is September 15th. So
Okay.
that's gonna be a good month of game news.
Okay.
But
Anyways,
yeah.
in closing, do you have any content creators, small streamers that you want to shout out?
Sure. Let's see.
Let's see. You okay. You're supposed
I'm
to have this
literally
written
yeah.
down, man.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just open up YouTube and pick someone off the front page.
To pick someone up. Wow, come on. You don't have friends that do live streaming or anything like that?
No, I don't. I don't.
Why?
Let's go with Linus Sebastian. Over
Bro,
there
is
known
there
as
anyone?
Linus Tech Tips.
Come on, man. You don't know
No.
anyone? Any
No,
small streamers or anything like that?
I'm really bad at following streams and stuff. I need to
Okay,
get into
okay.
it. I'll work on that, I promise.
I mean, we should come up with one a week kind of
Yep.
thing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
I'll work on it. I'll make it a priority.
Yeah. As far as let's see if I got anyone on. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, I've been watching a lot of ColorWhiteLive also on he's a guy that I used to play and stream Halo with. He's a big Halo guy. Lately he's actually been playing. What has he been playing? He's been playing Apex. He's been grinding to try to get. I want to say he's been grinding to try to get to platinum lately
Okay.
in that game for the new season that just came out.
Yep.
But lately he's been playing Apex, Halo, Master Chief Collection, Valorant, Counter Strike. Those kind of things. But pretty fun community. He's very interactive.
Go stop and say
And all
hi.
that stuff. Yeah. So if you guys want, go say hello to ColorWhiteLive. The description or his channel and his description or socials will all be down in the description below. So make sure you guys go and check him out.
With that,
with that being said,
thanks for hanging out.
thank you for hanging out. This is ChknAtk episode 4.
You can find this video live on YouTube next Tuesday, as well as all the podcast places that you listen for your audio only. Peace. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye. Yep. Yeah. That. Okay.
Bye. Bye. We love you. Bye.